Hi, today I'm in San Clemente, California, looking at the Great California Vowel Shift. No, it's not the Great California Vowel Shift. It's just the California Vowel Shift. It might be the gnarly California Vowel Shift. Not like the Great Vowel Shift, which happened in England kind of over several hundred years, whereby words like who's turned into house. This one's a bit more subtle. And I'm being brave today and actually going up to people in the street and asking them to read a list of words. Never done that before, so it's going to be fun. Let's see what happens.
Tide, boing, pin, mile.
Gum, tour, Y, pen, long.
You born and bred in California?
Yep, raised about 20 minutes up the freeway.
Coil, stone, time, weird.
A vowel shift is when the sound system of a language changes over time. So you can imagine that each vowel has its own territory in the mouth, the place where the tongue hangs out, so to speak, when the vowel is pronounced. So E is right up the front and R is right at the back with the mouth quite open, with the tongue quite low, which is why doctors always ask you to say R when they want to look down your throat, because if you said E, they wouldn't be able to see anything. Okay, so now you try and feel the difference. E, R, E, R, E, R. Now, if you're watching this with your headphones on a bus or train or something, make sure you're saying that really, really loudly. The other vowels hang out in the spaces in between. E, A, O, U, U, etc. In a vowel shift, vowels start to invade each other's territories. So in California, the kit vowel, I, is starting to move into the territory previously occupied by dress, E. So you get words like big suddenly sounding like beg.
Big, big.
Big, big.
Big.
Since vowels can't really fight back to defend their turf, what happens next is that dress just has to move out of the way into the territory that used to belong to A. So beg starts sounding like bag.
Leg, leg.
Leg, 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 leg.
With the people I spoke to, this seemed to be more advanced in women than men. What happens next is that bag starts moving towards bug. And this was the other way round. Here, the men seem to be ahead of the curve compared to the women.
Back, back.
Back, back, back.
Sometimes, instead of camping out in their neighbour's front yard, vowels choose to move to a space that was previously unoccupied. So bug here is starting to sound more like berg.
Bug, bug.
Bug, bug, bug.
Sounds a bit French. Actually, it also sounds a bit like the southern US, berg. There are other features of the California accent that are not necessarily part of the vowel shift. One of those is what's called goose fronting. This is LA, baby. So, I've come up the 5 on the 405, east on the 710, west on the 105, and came off at Wilmington. SNL, Saturday Night Live, used to do this sketch called The Californians, where everybody spoke in this weird accent and talked about which freeways they'd come on. So, I'm in Watts, which is famous for the structure behind me, Watts Tower. One of the aspects of the California vowel shift is the goose shift, where the normal general American vowel oo, as in goose, gets forwarded to, if you believe some of the write-ups, it gets forwarded to goose, à la française, u. I don't think it goes that far. It's probably more of a kind of middle, dude, hey dude. Let's hear. Let's see what my informants told me.
Moon, moon.
Moon, 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 moon.
Another phenomenon is eng raising, where short front vowels like I and A move even higher in the mouth when there's an ung sound after them. So king sounds like the vowel in keen, king.
Ring, ring.
Ring, 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 ring.
And the trap vowel, if we put an ung after it, sounds more like A. I beg your pardon. And the trap vowel sounds more like A, so we get trap, but baying.
Bang. Bang.
Bang. Bang. Bang.
Some other features are not unique to California, but are found throughout the western US. One of those is a total absence of a vowel like O or or. In the rest of the English-speaking world, you get those in words like thought and sometimes cloth. My granddad used to say cloth and ulf and Australia, for example. This is the result of the cot-court and lot-thought mergers. This is the new and architecturally modern 6th Street Bridge in LA, and it goes over the magnificent, well, not so magnificent really, but it goes over the LA River, which I didn't realize sometimes actually has water in it. I thought it was just for car chases. But anyway, and you can see another bridge. That's probably either the 5th or the 7th. I'll put something on the screen once I found out. One California pronunciation feature which it shares with other parts of the western US is the merger between cot and court. So in America, there's cot as in like a baby's bed, but in American English it also means camp bed, or the kind of military bed that people sleep on in barracks and that. And the word court as in the past of catch. So in most of the English-speaking world, they don't rhyme, or they don't sound the same. So you've got, in RP, court, cot, in Australian, court, cot. In Eastern accents, court, cart. I think I'm channeling my inner Bernie Sanders there. Court, cart. But in the West, they're both the same. They're both the back unrounded R sound. So cart, 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 cart.
Hawk. Hawk.
Hawk. Hawk. Hawk. Hawk.
Ah raising is a common feature in many North American accents. This is where the trap vowel becomes air in certain contexts. In New York, for example, you have bag, cash, lamb, ask, bath, fan, and lamb. In California, this only happens before N and M. So all of those words have a, apart from fan and lamb. But it's not that southern sounding, hang on. So all of those words have a, apart from fan and lamb. That means there's a three-way split. Bag, ban, baying.
Bag, van, bang.
Bag, van, bang. Bag, van, bang.
Bag, van, bang.
Bag, van, bang. Bag, van, bang.
Some of our speakers exhibit the mirror-mere merger, where both mirror and mere are pronounced mir. But some don't.
Mirror.
Mirror. Mirror. Mirror.
Mirror, 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 mirror.
I don't know what the sound's going to be like here, but this is Lamert Park, one of the centers of African American culture in Los Angeles, and also West Indian culture. Some fascinating architecture, wonderful Art Deco buildings, and just a great vibe. I mean, there's loads of music, lots of people, there's kids making crowns, there's people hanging out in the park, there's people chatting to each other, there's a very vibrant street market. So it's exciting. From a linguistic point of view, I'm not sure if there is a specific kind of California dialect of African American vernacular English, but that's something I'd love to find out. So if you know, please let me know. They say that LA is a great big freeway, which it is, ish. I mean, this is only half of a great big freeway. There's another half of it going in the other direction, which is probably just as clogged. Interestingly, in Southern California, we have a special way of talking about freeways, or indeed highways. Originally, people used to use the names. So there was the Golden Gate Highway, and the Santa Monica Highway, and the San Diego Highway. But then they got numbers instead. So these days, we say the 5, the 405, the 107, no, the 705, the 110, the 55, etc. Apparently Northern California they say the I-5, but they're weird. Another famous road that goes north and south along the coast is called the Pacific Coast Highway, but you mustn't call it that. You have to call it PCH. Not the PCH, just PCH. So if you enjoyed that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.